Last month, Broken Arrow Police Chief Lance Arnold sort of went viral on the Fox 23 News Facebook page after he announced his agency was going to crack down on expired paper tags. Joining me today unedited is the chief once again to talk to me about how things are going and more. Joining me today is Broken Arrow Police Chief Lance Arnold, and thanks for joining me, Chief. Last time you were here, you went viral because so many people were celebrating that you were cracking down on paper tags in your city.
Yeah.
How is that going, and what has the response been so far?
Well, we actually start our directed enforcement tomorrow, but we've used that month in advance that we had really to get the word out, to talk to our auto businesses, to talk to our community, send out notifications in our utility bills, and to do our own PSA as well. And so we certainly appreciate that. You know, we've gotten some of the comments that a lot of people celebrating the fact that, yeah, it's about time, right? And I think you guys saw a lot of the same kind of comments. And then the other people saying, well, wait a minute, you know, what if Service Oklahoma is delayed in that 10 days in getting me my metal tag? And we certainly understand that concern too. So we want the people to know that what we're really after is not when there's a delay from Service Oklahoma and it's not 15 days instead of 10 days or something like that. The ones that we're really targeting are those 3 months, 6 months. We stopped one the other day that was 2 years out. And I think that's the ones that people are seeing, that they're saying, hey, it's about time.
Let me ask you this, how much grace are you giving when it comes to oops, I made a mistake versus it's time for impoundment?
Yeah, that's a great question, Rick. And I think it is about that. It's about officer discretion and understanding the situation, right? We certainly don't want to, you know, I think I mentioned last time, we don't want to put a mom and her kids out on the side of the road or anything like that. We have the ability to look to see, hey, we contacted them before about this. You know, what exactly are they telling us is there a delay and what that delay has been? Certainly, we don't want to create financial hardships on people either. So if part of the reason why they haven't gotten their tag is because they're going through a financial hardship, we don't want to make that even worse by impounding the vehicle, adding a citation on top of that. So it still is some education that goes along with it, but what we're really after are the people that are purposefully and intentionally trying to avoid getting their tags. Maybe they're involved in criminal activity, or maybe they plan to be, or they're just purposely not doing it. And so we won't always know that right answer, but there's quite a bit of discretion with our officers.
You're approaching 100 days in office.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, any surprises? What are your thoughts on these first 3 months here?
Well, just pleasant surprises, right? The amount of talent that we have in our organization, the commitment that our people have for our community. You know, I had ideas of those things, but now I've been able to see it firsthand, just really how hard our folks are working. The other pleasant surprise, how welcoming the community in Broken Arrow has been towards me and my family has been exceptional. You know, and so, but we've worked really hard. In that first 90 days, our leadership team has recrafted our mission, our vision. We have started our strategic plan, so we have kind of the foundation of our strategic plan that includes building a culture of accountability and performance, working on wellness and development, and building our capacity as we grow into the future as well. And so it's been exciting times in the first 100 days.
I've wanted to ask this question, but I didn't want to just drop it on you while you were still new. Broken Arrow's growth, explosive. It is, and now there's talk about maybe a 4-year university. You have the amphitheater for sure. Tulsa has 4 police stations.
Yeah.
You've just got headquarters. Is there a need for something in the south, or maybe something, you know, closer to where these big projects are going? Do you need a second police station coming up pretty soon?
Well, that's a great question. I think it's one that our city certainly is focused on right now. We're getting ready to release a micro survey to our community related to our 2026 general obligation bond package. And there's going to be a question in there where our citizens actually get to weigh in. Expansion of our training center, potentially buying land for a second station. A lot of projects that belong both for police and fire. And so that's a question that we have in our heads, and it's one that we're going to pose to our citizens to find out how important they think it really is as well.
How do you handle that right now? Do you just dispatch more resources to one side of town right now? Or?
So right now we work in 8 geographic beats that are throughout the city, and so while we all deploy from the headquarters, as you mentioned, our officers are assigned to any of those 8 beats. The beats are selected based on the number of calls for service, the amount of people that live in that area, and they do cover all 65 square miles of Broken Arrow. Now, where the delay sometimes comes is when we officers are booking in property, or they have to come back to headquarters to write a report or do something like that, and then deploy out to those beats. And that's where having a second station or partnering with the fire station and having a new fire station and a police station attached in the same area certainly does help us and as far as our citizens and serving them when they want to come to the police station, if they live in South BA or East BA or something like that, having a station that's closer for them to access as well.
So let's say I have thoughts on this. I imagine a lot of people will. What's my best way to relay my thoughts to you about a possible second station?
Definitely that macro survey. So it's going to go out. We're going to advertise it through our Broken Arrow municipality, Facebook, through social media, and certainly through all of our resources with newsletters and things like that. They can reach out to us on our social media channels and let us know what they think about it. But everybody's going to have a chance to weigh into that. And then as we really ramp up for this 26 GO bond, which is really, we're less than a year away from that actually going to a vote of the people. And that's truly the way that they'll have a chance to do that. If that ends up making it on the list of bond items, then they'll have a chance at the polls to make that decision.
You have Camp Bandage coming up. Let's talk about what is Camp Bandage.
Right. 42 years, can you believe that? So we're in our 42nd year of Camp Bandage. You know, the best part about Camp Bandage, it's a free event, kids of all ages, right? So that includes the big adult kids like you and me and our younger kids. It's really a safety fair. It's to build skills for them to learn what to do if they're involved in an issue that they need police or fire or an ambulance, or something's happened to mom or dad, or they've been in a car wreck, or just any of those things that they may encounter, especially as we ramp up towards the summer. You know, obviously more kids out and about, kids that are playing, water safety and traffic safety, safety around the house, all of those kinds of things. It's a chance for all of our public safety entities, including our partners in Tulsa with, you know, our flight, a Meta-Flight and things like that, to be able to come out and showcase not only what they do, but how kids can be safe throughout the summer. And it's a totally free event this Saturday, 12 to 2 in Central Park. So it is being moved this year because of the amphitheater that you mentioned and the construction of that in our events park, being moved to Central Park from 12 to 2. And so that's a fantastic event that's been going on for 42 years. And one of the best pieces of that is one of our jail supervisors, Paul Gerner, his family actually started the event. And so Paul's been involved in it in all 42 years. And he's just a gem that we have in our community. So
real quick, because I'm running out of time, do I have to sign up or can I just show up?
You just show up.
All right.
No sign up required.
Sounds good, Chief. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.